the NCCAA and Bob Jones University promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives are grounds for removal from the site of competition and other disciplinary actions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alumni Stadium for today's women's soccer match. Today's contest features the Pfeiffer University Falcons and your Bob Jones University Bruins. At this time, we ask that you please stand for a word of prayer, followed by our national anthem. Dear God, we pray and ask that you protect these athletes as they compete this evening. We thank you for this beautiful weather outside, and we thank you for the day that you have provided. Help all of us in everything that we do and say to glorify you, and we ask your blessing on these athletes and their families that are here in the audience. In Jesus' name, amen. And now the starters for the visiting Falcons. Number 0, Kaylee Allis. Number 3, Victoria Tita. Number 5, Haley Kreider. Number 7, Yarlene Riera. Number 8, Christy Flores Perez. Number 12, Jadalyn Taylor. Number 15, Sabrina McNeil. Number 20, Cindy Mazio. Number 22, Kamani Spencer. Number 23, Yasmin Flores Perez. And number 24, Jade Watts. And now, the starting lineups for your Bob Jones University Bruins. The sophomore from Burlington, Massachusetts, number 1, the goalkeeper, Margaret Cummings. The sophomore from Severn, Maryland, number 5, Jane Farr. The junior from Greenville, South Carolina, number 7, Abby Arrowwood. The grad student from Greenville, South Carolina, number 10, Mia Marks. Number 8, the junior from Palm City, Florida, Reagan Tierney. Number 11, the senior from Taylor, South Carolina, Sarah Ward. Number 13, the junior from Burlington, Massachusetts, Ellie Cummings. The sophomore from Pooler, Georgia, number 17, Celeste Ballady. The senior from Lexington, South Carolina, number 22, Jessica Townsend. The sophomore from Greenville, South Carolina, number 28, Shannon Miller. And the junior from Grafton, Ohio, number 30, Francesca Peters. The Bruins are coached by Dr. Chris Carmichael, assisted by Anna Grace Abrams and Shelby Wicks, and manager Ashton Horn.
Hello everybody and welcome to the start of one exciting weekend here in Bruin Nation. My name is Trenton Goldsmith and I am thrilled to be on the call tonight live from Alumni Stadium here at BJU. Bruins are facing off against the Pfeiffer University Falcons, looking to start their weekend in the win column. The Bruins are coming off of a week of rest after a tough 1-0 loss on the road at Spartanburg Methodist, but today and tomorrow they have a chance for 2 wins. Tonight they're playing against Pfeiffer University. They are 2-1 all time against the Falcons, with their last meeting resulting in a big 4-1 win on the road last season. Sylvia and Ellie Cummings both scored in that affair. The year before, they played here at Alumni Stadium in 2022 and had another big 5-1 win, and our current assistant coach, Anna Grace Abrams, scored in that game. As I said, really big weekend here in Bruin Nation, starting tonight with this women's soccer game, but tomorrow is a big day here at BJU. All 4 games I'm about to say are here either in the Davis Fieldhouse or here at Alumni Stadium. Starting at noon, 12 p.m., the volleyball team is playing Welch College. And then 2 p.m., the women's soccer team is back here at Alumni Stadium playing Allen University. Volleyball is back in action with a tri-match at 4 p.m. against Warren Wilson. And then we're going to end the night at 7 p.m. here at Alumni Stadium while men's soccer plays Greensboro College. Starting lineup for tonight's Bruins, Margaret Cummings is back in her goalkeeping spot. She's been solid all season long. She was solid all of last season, and she has a solid start so far this season. The back line, you got Abby Arrowwood, Jessica Townsend, Ellie Cummings, and Jane Farr. In the midfield, Reagan Tierney, Sarah Ward, Shannon Miller, Celeste Bowdy. And in the top positions, you have Francesca Peters and Mia Marks. Bruins have struggled to score more than 2 goals. They haven't done it yet this season. In the 6 games they've played, they've only scored a maximum of 2. Coach Carmichael believes that this is the weekend that they finally break through and get at least 3 or 4 on the board in each of these games, actually. Tomorrow he's very confident in their skills against Allen University. Mia Marks gathers that out to Jane Farr on the left side. Francesca Peters gets the ball. It's a very special night for Francesca and Naomi Peters as their parents are here watching for the first game. And Francesca's already on the run. Francesca on her right. On net. Oh, my goodness. Welcome to BJU to the Peters. Francesca Peters scores less than a minute into the game. What a shot. How special is that? The first game they get to here at BJU. The parents get to see Francesca score right off the bat. And that is, in fact, Francesca's first goal of the game, or first goal of the season. She's smiling from ear to ear right now, looking up at her family. That is so awesome. What a great start to the night's match. 1-0 already. Wow. Coach Carmichael's been telling me for the last couple of weeks that Francesca's due to finally score a goal and finally just get in on the goal scoring. And wow, that's the best way to start. I wasn't even able to get to the Pfeiffer starting lineup before that happened. And honestly, another goal might happen soon. Miller has the ball back out to Ballady. And Peters has the ball at her foot again. Miller now at the top. Dribbles around, splits the defenders, and that's into the box gathered by goalkeeper Kaylee Allis. Now I finally have a chance to introduce the starters for Pfeiffer. You got number 3, Victoria Tita, number 5, Haley Kreider, 7, Yaelin Riera, 8, Christy Flores Perez, 12, Jadalyn Taylor, 15, Sabrina McNeil, 20, Sydney Mazio, 22, Kamani Spencer, 23, Yasmin Flores Perez, and 24, Jade Watts. This Pfeiffer team is led by a couple of sophomores. You got Victoria Tita and number 22, Kamani Spencer. Spencer's the leading goal scorer for this Falcons team. She has 12 shots in the year, and 8 of them are on goal, and she has 3 goals on the season. Victoria Tita, as a freshman, started 12 matches last season, and it's been an anchor for this team so far. Farr looking to send Francesca Peters up the line, but that goes over her head and out of bounds for a Falcons throw. Drop back to Alice. Alice has a quick decision to make because Marks with heavy pressure. That's out to Sydney Mazio. Mazio has some time. Looks over into space to Sabrina McNeil. And that ball is going to trickle out of bounds, and Jane Farr is going to collect that for a throw. Peters tries to turn, but it goes out of bounds. It's a little warmer today than a lot of people expected. The sun is out, even still at almost 6:15 now, and it's still pretty hot out. So I would not be surprised if they have a water break midway through each half tonight. I'm pretty sure the temperature on that is 85 degrees, and it might still be up there. Current listing's 82 degrees, so depending on how nice the referees feel, they might give them a water break halfway through each half. Sarah Ward now has it. That's poked away by Jade Watts, but regathered by Bowdy. Peters is on the run now. Great ball by Bowdy. Peters might go into the box on this one again. Looks at Marks. Good give and go from Marks and Peters. Peters with another chance. Peters! Oh my goodness, again! Francesca Peters putting on a show for her parents. 2 goals in 4 minutes of this game.
Goal scored by number 30, Francesca Peters.
Wow! What a great start. This is exactly what the Bruins need for their morale. Honestly, they've been down a little bit because they can't score goals. They've been putting shots on net, but they're just not going in. Again, like I said earlier, they haven't scored more than 2 goals in a game all season long in their 6 matches they've had. They already have 2 tonight, and they're both from Francesca Peters, who is desperately needed to see a goal go in. I think tonight is where the season starts to become very special for this Bruins team. This is going to light a fire under this Bruins roster the rest of the way because, I mean, coming into the season, they are very hungry to repeat as national champions, but they just haven't had their way so far. They're 3-3 all together. They're 1-2 away on the road, and, man, they needed this desperately. Townsend to Cummings. Out to Farr. Peters is offsides right now. Yep, flag goes up. Peters left a little bit early. I mean, she's probably getting a little antsy for a hat trick here in the first 10 minutes of the game. She could probably get it soon. I mean, she's made plenty of runs. She's wide open on that left side of the field. Has the speed to get past everyone. Former track runner. So it's going to be kicked away by Yasmin Flores-Perez. One of 2 Flores-Perez's on this team. They are twins on this team, actually. Marks gets that, but she is offsides. Flag go up again. There are identical twins, Christy and Yasmin Flores-Perez. And Yasmin's only ever listed stat that I can find was an assist against none other than our own Bruins last season. She had the assist for the 1 goal that Pfeiffer got against the Bruins. Miller in a battle with Riera to get that ball, but Miller wins that battle. Bad touch and pass by Abby Arrowwood, and it goes out for a throw for Pfeiffer. Taken by Jade Watts, the freshman from Concord, North Carolina. One note to make about this Pfeiffer roster is all but 2 players. That one's cut back. Shot near post. Great save by Margaret Cummings. There's Victoria Tita. That's one of the players you have to look out for in this Pfeiffer team. One of the leading sophomores on this roster. It's exactly what she's special at. She's able to use her body to shield off a lot of defenders and turn near the top of the box. That one is kicked away. Another shot. Oh, man. Ball got away from Ellie Cummings and turned into a shot almost on goal for Pfeiffer. As I was saying, one note to make about this Pfeiffer roster is all but 2 players out of the 21 on the roster are from North Carolina or South Carolina. They have one other recruit from New Jersey. That is Maria Altamirano. And then they have one from Florida, A.B. Hinostroza. Sorry, excuse me. But she has yet to play so far this season. Hasn't gotten in for any minutes. Marks almost got there in time for the pressure on Kaylee Ollis. But that'll end up being a throw for the Bruins. Kaylee Ollis was a game-time decision tonight. Coach Ocasio Roche wasn't entirely sure who was going to play keeper up until the very start of the game. And then Ollis lined up with the rest of her team for the national anthem and starting lineups. Ollis does have the majority of the minutes at the goalkeeping position, so probably dealing with a small injury. Dylan Frigo is the only other person that's played keepers, but she's only played one half of the season, or one half of a game in the season so far. Another run by Francesca Peters beats out Flores Perez. Good cutback to her right. Francesca again into the box. Sarah Ward is there. Ward stuck on her left foot right now, looking for an outlet pass. And she drops that back to Farr. Farr's looking to switch over. Finds Tierney in the middle, the anchor for that midfield. One thing about Reagan Tierney, she is so calm. She's one of the calmest soccer players I've ever seen. Never panics. Never is timid. Rarely has a bad pass. She's the anchor of that midfield, always calm, controls the pace of the game over half the time. Townsend makes these runs all the time, and she's going to continue this run up. Ward has the ball. That one's tipped. Townsend in on it now, and that gets through to Ollis. It is very common for Jessica Townsend to make those runs. Same way Matthias Ballady makes runs on the men's team. And now Townsend has to get back, but Celeste Ballady is taking her spot for now. Good step by Abby Arrowwood. Abby hesitated who to go to on that one. Chose Mia Marks in the middle, but was too far. Good defense by Ellie Cummings to get that ball off of Victoria Tita. Far at the top of your screen. Gets around Flores Perez and can't keep it in bounds. 10 minutes down already here in the first half, and if you were to tell me the Bruins were going to be up 2-0 in the first 10 minutes of the game, you know, I would have loved the confidence. I would have loved it. I would have gone with it, but I might not have believed you fully. But again, perfect start from this Bruins offense, specifically Francesca Peters. Free kick taken right at midfield for the Falcons now. Kicked into the box. Kamani Spencer forces that one to be a corner kick. That one's out by Jessica Townsend. Spencer's the other sophomore I've been talking about. Wow, Pfeiffer's going to send all but one player into the box here. They desperately need a goal. They are going to make a sub. Carly Presley is now in on this corner kick. Puts it in. Batted around. One goes back in low and gathered inbounds by Margaret Cummings. And the Bruins are going to break out. Wasn't the best placement for that corner kick originally by Jade Watts. Marks now with the ball on the right wing. Ballady running next to her. Ballady makes a run. She's already past the defenders. Celeste Ballady into the box. Celeste Ballady on her right, near post. Oh! Gets too far under it. Goes out for a goal kick. Great run by Celeste Ballady. Allis takes it easy. First touch by Presley. And it's intercepted by Arrowwood. And the pass from Townsend to Ward. Too far out in front. Spencer's going to come back to take this throw in. Looks into Jadolyn Taylor. And it's out for a Bruins throw. This Pfeiffer roster is very small. Not a lot of subs. And granted, it's the same way for us, too, here for the Bruins. But it just seems like the Bruins are a lot quicker team so far. Pfeiffer's had a hard time possessing it, but this is a pretty good build-up right here. Can they? Jane Farr gets away with that. I was looking good for the Falcons, but Miller now with the ball. Dribbling. Marks is onside, it seems. Miller now with the ball. Keeper's out. Oh, and it's poked away by Sydney Mazio. That's going to be called a foul on Christy Flores Perez. Ballady's got to find her best option here. Finds the easy one to Reagan Tierney. Tierney into Miller. Miller back out to Farr. Good ball movement for the Bruins. Good possession. Can they capitalize on a chance here? Peters is all by herself right now on that left side. Peters makes a run in. Peters called offsides. Must have left a little early. She was going in for a hat trick right there. Mazio now at the ball. Going to take this free kick. The freshman from Wake Forest, North Carolina, and Wake Forest High School. Finds Jade Watts. Up to Tita. But Cummings and Townsend come up the ball. Townsend, is making another run up the field. She has a lot of space. Townsend trying to fight back for this one. And that's going to be out for a Bruins throw. Oh, it is a Falcons throw. I don't quite agree with that one, but can't really change the call from up here. Ward gets the ball back to Miller. Again, Francesca's all by herself, but they find Marks in the middle, and it's too far out in front. Another easy gather by Alice. You would think that the Falcons would adjust their defensive line to put more pressure on Peters after she scores 2 goals in 4 minutes to start the game. Because, again, she's all by herself out there. I mean, chances are Peters is going to beat out anyone for a run anyway, but when you put her against nobody, she's obviously going to have a good run. And there she is on the left side of the field. She's going to cut in a little bit, looking to cross this one with her left into the box. Ballady's there. Oh, great save by Alice. Wow, how did she get that one off the ground? Farr now with the ball into the box. Ward couldn't get it. What a save by Kaylee Alice. Alice was all but beat. Ballady just had to kind of put it on goal, and that's exactly what she did, but Alice came out of nowhere to save that. Cleared by Spencer. Townsend now with the ball, drops it back to Ellie Cummings. Far, back to Cummings. Back to Far. Ellie Cummings to Peters. There's the pressure on Francesca Peters that I've been expecting. Good pressure by Shannon Miller, but the Falcons come away with that one. That's Watts now with the ball. And that's going to be a foul called against Watts for pushing off Ellie Cummings. Easy pass to Ballady. Ballady, what a... Another offsides call. I don't know about that one. That was a great ball by Ballady. But Francesca Peters is called offsides. Allis comes up to take this. Kicks it to space. Jane Farr gathers it. Peters keeps it in to Ballady, to Marks. Marks is onside. Marks, good tackle, honestly, by Flores Perez, but kind of just gets under the knee of Marks. And looks like the head connected with her knee. She's holding her head. Clock will stop. Trainer will come out to look at her. Take this opportunity and pause and play to tell you about FCI Agency. It's an insurance broker that provides auto, home, life, and business insurance. You have enough choices to make, so make one that always gets you the best rate. Check them out today at fcisc.com. That is fcisc.com. Both teams are going to take this opportunity to take a water break. This is probably just going to be in place of the official water break. Flores Perez still on the ground, getting checked out. Probably going through concussion protocol. Coach Roche is out there as well. Gets up on their own power and seems to be walking off pretty easily. Good show of sportsmanship right there. Mia Marks making sure she's okay. Was a thumbs up both ways. Still no substitutions for the Bruins tonight so far. Try to figure out who came in for Christy Flores Perez here shortly. I mean, as of right now, there is no substitution in for her. The Falcons are just going to play with 10 people, hoping Christy Flores Perez can come back in. Unless now there's someone coming in. Looks to be number 2, Jules Lanudo, the freshman from Mount Pleasant, North Carolina. She's going to join up top and tell Carly Presley to play back. Hollis's pass. Peters gathers it into Marks. Oh, Peters! Couldn't tell if that was a cross or a shot. If it was a cross and Marks touched it, she would have called offsides. But since it was kind of on goal and tipped out by the keeper, it's going to end up in being a corner kick for the Bruins. First one of the night. Marks is going to take this one. Ward, Bowdy, Peters, Miller all in the box. Arrowwood, Tierney outside the box. Marks looks in. Far post. Peters is there with a header. Goes out of bounds for a goal kick. Good attempt. It's going to be called a handball against Reagan Tierney. Kind of got unlucky there. The ball ended up not hitting the head of Falcons player. Bounced right up into her hand. It's going to be a Falcons free kick. Coach Roche is figuring out a new game plan with Flores Perez out of the game. That ball is sent up beautifully. Presley. And now Tita. Tita in the box. Cuts back to her right foot. Tries to cross it. Tita gets the ball back. That could have been called a foul, but the ref says play on. And now it's going to go out for a Falcons throw. So as the Falcons aren't shooting while they can, this is going to be the last few minutes of the sun being in Margaret Cummings' eyes. You can probably see her shielding off the sun. Tita and Townsend get into it, and ref plays on. No whistle. Ref saying get up. Tita into the box, and she's going to be called off. Spencer's going to be called offsides. Good look by Tita, though. Spencer just went off by herself. Cummings is going to take this free kick. Encouraging to see the longer this game goes on, more people come to support this Bruins team. Saw a few former Bruins here tonight before the game. Shot on goal, and it's an easy catch and gather by Margaret Cummings. Tita is now on the ground on her knees. Looks like she's cramping up. Play will stop momentarily. This is the problem. This kind of problem you run into when you have a small roster. Clock will stop, and Tita's going to need a sub for now. Another foil to the plan of Coach Roche. Things haven't quite gone the Falcons' way. 2 injuries in the last roughly 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. Especially this one with Victoria Tita, one of the leaders on this team. And she's going to be helped off the field by the trainer. It looks like Annalise Robinson is going to be the one who's replacing her. Senior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Sorry for the delay. They are moving slowly off the field. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. This Tita is very important to for this team. Play will resume after a little delay. Cummings now with the ball. We have 22 minutes left in this first half. Bruins up 2-0. Good ball movement between Miller and Peters. But Miller gets stuck between two defenders. Riera now with the ball at her feet. Sends it up to Spencer. Spencer into the box. Gathered by Margaret Cummings. Yeah, one of Cummings' problems right now, she just can't really see the field. Ballady was there for an easy rollout, but she looked her way and was looking right at the sun. But Ballady gets the ball now anyway. Miller in the middle. Poked away by Yasmin Flores-Perez. Now back to the defensive line to Jane Farr. Peters wide open, onside. Peters has all the room in the world in front of her. Peters from really far out got a little ambitious on that. Had Marks in the middle and then Ward coming up the right side. And also space in front of her. Peters just really wants that third goal. I don't really blame her. Ball goes out for a Falcons throw. Miller wins that ball, and that one's going to be called a foul against Jadalyn Taylor. Ellie Cummings going up to take this one. Bowdy, Marks, Miller, and Ward are lined up with Peters near side. Into the box. Too far out. And Hollis gathers it. I love this goalkeeper jersey matchup. We got the insanely bright orange on the Bruins side and the hot pink on the Falcons side. There's definitely going to be no confusion. There have been a few games where the goalie and the referee are wearing the same color, and it has been kind of weird to look at, but we got all different colors tonight. Black for the Falcons, Carolina blue for the Bruins, highlighter yellow for the refs, and orange and pink. Some nice blue sky and green trees and grass around us. Ward looks to Miller. Tierney. Ballady. Miller is offsides, but Mia Marks is also offsides. I think the partial reason... There's been a few offsides calls I don't really agree with. I think the partial reason is the defensive line for the Falcons isn't straight. It's been curved or like a diagonal line the whole game. I will agree. Shannon Miller was offsides, but Mia Marks was not. It's just hard to tell. I guess from down there, I don't know. Pretty sure that's the 5th offsides call on the Bruins so far tonight. There's at least been 2 of them that I think they were on. Peters going to gather this one pretty easily. Far now with the ball. Peters with the big touch out in front of her. Peters into the box. Another big touch. Peters into the middle. Marks is there. And the Bruins finally break through to get 3 goals in one game, and it comes in the first half of tonight. Third goal on the season for Mia Marks.
Bruins goal scored by number 10, Mia Marks.
Even if Mia Marks missed that, Miller and Ward were both wide open behind her. The whole entire Bruins offense beat out the defensive line on that play for the goal. And so tonight, Francesca Peters, while she didn't get that hat trick just right then, she did get an assist to add to her stat line. And Peters has the ball again, trying to get around her defender, but that's going to be gathered by Alice. Wow. So in the system of points, Peters has 5 points tonight with 2 goals and 1 assist. Bowdy to Peters again. Oh, bad touch by Peters, and she's going to be called offsides. Another offsides call. I don't know. It's probably hard to tell on the angle of the stream, which I guess is nearly about the same angle I'm at too, since the camera's right next to me. But we move on. Bruins are up 3-0. Just under 17 minutes to go here in the first half. Has basically controlled the whole entire half so far. Limited possession by the Falcons, but the Falcons have had a few chances. But it's like that where they run into the brick wall of our defense of Arrowwood, Townsend, Cummings, and Farr that they just haven't been able to get past. Tierney looks up to Marks. Marks gets it back. Marks with heavy pressure. Cleared out. Spencer, good gather. Drops it back to Flores Perez. Back up to Spencer. Cummings and Lanudo are battling, and Cummings wins that battle. Ballady splits defenders and gets that touch out in front. Peters on the run. Peters past the defender. Peters one-on-one with the keeper. Another Peters against the keeper. Oh, saved by Alice. Marks now. Oh, saved by Alice again. Wow. 2 saves by Kaylee Alice. That's the third. Those are the second and third great saves of Alice's night so far. You can tell Peters kind of hesitated on whether she should pass or shoot originally. I thought at first she was going to shoot from like 20 yards out, which I'm not entirely sure why she would have done that. But, oh man, great saves by Kaylee Alice for the Falcons. If it wasn't for her saves, then this game could easily be like 6-0 right now. You can tell Peters is tired. And subs will now come on for the Bruins. Looks like Maddie Pfaffenroth coming in for Peters. And look who it is that came in for Mia Marks. Welcome back to the field, Sylvia Cummings. She's been out for the last couple of weeks with a knee injury, and she gets involved immediately. Cummings on her right foot. Cummings tried to shoot but gets deflected. Tierney now gathers. Bowdy to Miller. To Arrowwood. And reset. Townsend to Ellie Cummings. Sylvia Cummings has been out for a couple of weeks, which at first they thought was a meniscus tear, which could have set her out the rest of the year. Turns out to be just a mild knee sprain. And she's been out for the last couple of weeks, strengthening it, training it back up again. She's going to get some limited minutes tonight and hopefully more minutes tomorrow against Allen University. That is one issue the Bruins have ran into on offense is Cummings is just a source of energy. She did score 2 goals in the first 2 games of the season. Key pieces, Bruins offense going forward especially. Glad she's healthy again. Cummings getting her chance right now, but Not enough juice on that through ball from Miller. Pfeiffer has been a proven quality freshman for this Bruins team. Always puts in some quality minutes whenever she's in the game. She's also scored a goal in the season. It's one of the bright spots for the future of the program. Arrowwood. Good triangle pass between Arrowwood, Ward, and Miller. And now they switch the ball to Farr. Farr up to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer can't get there before it goes out of bounds. There are several other Bruins warming up, about to go into the game. This is the kind of game that can get some quality minutes, quality experience, and a little more confidence. Looks to be if I'm not mistaken, that's Lily Davis, Madison Avellino, Naomi Peters, and Lydia Howell. All coming in. All freshmen for this Bruins team to join their fellow freshman Pfaffenroth on the field, who now has the ball in a deep corner. Pfaffenroth into the box. And that's out for a corner kick for the Bruins, and that's when all the subs will come on. Tierney, Arrowwood, Miller, and Ballady all coming out. And it is indeed Peters, Avellino, Davis, and Howell to replace. Pfaffenroth's going to take this one into the box. Cummings is there. Ward comes in. Avellino. Cummings now again. And Davis can't get there before it's cleared out. Throw's going to be taken by Naomi Peters. Maybe she can mirror a little what her sister's doing. There'll be another throw-in for the Bruins here. Taken by Naomi Peters again. Into Avellino. Cummings to Farr. Up to Pfaffenroth to Howell. Oh, good look from Howell, but gets intercepted by Flores Perez into the middle. From Taylor to Spencer. And that's Watts. Can't get there in time to beat out Ellie Cummings. Cummings turns up the field. That'll go out for a Falcons throw. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Bruins up 3-0. And they're getting some experience for the young freshmen. Freshman class of 7. Cummings now with the ball. 4 against 1. Cummings cuts back to her right foot. Cummings into the box. Cummings gets in the net. Welcome back, Sylvia Cummings. Within the first 5 minutes of playing again, she finds the back of the net for her 3rd goal of the season. And her sister Margaret comes up and greets her all the way from the other goal on the opposite side. That's going to allow another sub to come in for the Bruins, Lauren Green, a sophomore from Pickens, South Carolina. She's going to come join the back line, coming in for Jane Farr. if there was a checklist for tonight that Coach Carmichael made, it would have been get Francesca a goal, score more than 2 goals, get experience for the freshman, and be exciting, I guess. I don't know. And check. And this is only the first half, folks. This second half might be as exciting. Play resumes. Spencer now with the ball in the middle. After that goal, the Falcons did have to go over there and have a little meeting with their coach to figure things out, because this Bruins offense, and honestly this Bruins team as a whole, is playing nearly perfect right now. Great possession, great opportunities made, about everything you want. As I said with that checklist, that's in the Howell. Green's first touch of the day goes back to Ellie Cummings. Howell again. A great touch by Howell to get around her defender. Davis now. She gets cut off by Riera. Townsend up to Ward. Ward looks for Cummings in the middle. Alice to Kreider. Up to Taylor. Kept in by Lanudo. Into Robinson. And poked away by Avellino. Looking for Pfaffenroth. That's going to be dropped to Alice. Davis now with it, looking for her best option. Tries to get it to Ward, but a little too short and off target. But she wins it back. To Cummings. Oh, Cummings trying to take that big touch route. Davis now. Doesn't quite have the speed. Howell. This Falcons defense is all out of sorts right now. It's clearing the ball right to the feet of our Bruins. Sent up to Robinson. And it's going to be hard to beat out Jessica Townsend in the foot race. Great look up to Ward. Ward, great ball into Lydia Howell. Howell, take your touches forward. She's hesitating. Davis now. Davis with her right. Over the net. That's going to go out for a goal kick. Bruins subs do come on. Abby Nelson, Estrella Cruz, and making her season debut tonight, number 12, Miley Shaw, now coming on for the Bruins. She's been dying to get back out on the pitch all season long. And tonight she's finally getting her play time. Battling an injury so far this season. Love to see her back on the field. Pfaffenroth. First touch by Nelson is back to Howell. Howell to Pfaffenroth. Great touch by Pfaffenroth. Gets into the box with her right foot in. Nelson was there and Cruz was there, but neither of them can get a touch, and that's out for a goal kick. Jessica Townsend and Margaret Cummings are the only starters in for the Bruins right now. Everyone else is subs. We love to see games like this. Lily Davis with a good shot. Out for a goal kick. That was a good shot with her left foot, but just a little wide. Ball sent away. Howell flicks it back to Green, back to Townsend. Townsend to Davis. Davis turns, looking up to Estrella Cruz. Estrella Cruz is on the run. She's onside. Nelson in the middle. Howell in the middle. Can she get there in time to keep it in? She cannot. And that goes out for a goal kick. Just under 5 minutes to go here in the first half. The Falcons are dying to get to halftime. for a little rest, for a little breather, for some water, and to try to come out into the second half a little better than they came out in the first half. The Bruins, though, look to keep it going coming up in the second half. Everything seems to be going right so far tonight. Howell, sidestep to Davis. Davis to Cruz. Cruz flinched a little too early and is called offsides. Spencer flicks it. Again, Townsend all over that. Townsend finds Davis maybe, and that one's poked away by Riera, out for a throw. Cruz is going to take this one. Townsend's up there. Sends it over to the left side. Pfeiffer trying to join that. Pfeiffer still on it. And Alice gathers it. Howell's getting a lot of touches so far in her playtime. Davis looks up to Nelson. Nelson's onside. Nelson in and gets beaten out, and it's touched out by Riera. Cruz gets it back. Cruz to Davis. Davis with her right foot across the net. Oh! Good. Another good shot attempt by Lily Davis. And another goal kick for Alice. Angle wasn't quite right on that shot. She put it as close as she could have. Green shields that out for a Bruins throw. And that ball is out of bounds for another Bruins throw. Minute and a half left. Falcons thrown out. Ball's into Jadolyn Taylor to Watts. Falcons moving forward, but cut off by Avellino. Good cutback from Davis. Davis finds Shaw. This is finally Miley Shaw's first touch of the game. She's going to take some space, look ahead of her. And work it back to Townsend.
1 minute remaining.
Townsend to Avellino. Avellino out to Green. Just under 1 minute to go here in the first half. Falcons try to have one more opportunity, and that one's too far out in front of Jadolyn Taylor. Bruins might take their time on the rest of this half. Howell. Oh, forget what I said. Estrella Cruz can't get there in time. Alice gathers it. Punts it away. Spencer to Taylor. To Watts. Watts' last desperation, cut off by Shaw. And that will be the half. Wow, what a first half for the Bruins. They go into the half up 4-0, 45 down, 45 to go. The second half is going to resume in 15 minutes.
At the start of the second half, Bruins 4, Falcons 0.
Welcome back to Alumni Stadium here in the second half. My name is Trent Goldsmith. On the call, Bruins look to come out with all their starters except one minor change. Callie Jackson is now at the goalkeeping position, taking over from Margaret Cummings. Looks like Margaret Cummings' night is over. She gets the rest of the night for some rest, potentially for tomorrow. This will be Callie's second time playing this season. And then the Falcons also have a goalie change. Number 1, Olivia Garver is now in, the junior goalkeeper from Clover, South Carolina. This is the first time she's played all year, hasn't got any minutes yet. But looking at the field right now, halftime was a desperate need for the Falcons team. Needed to realign a lot. The Bruins have been able to control the whole game on offense and on defense, and they've been making runs like this all game long. We're already getting it going. Ward into the box. Ward on her right foot. Tests Garver early. And that will go out for a corner kick. Garver gets the first save of her season, actually. Mia Marks will go out and take this one. First half started right away with Francesca Peters scoring 2 goals in the first 4 minutes, followed by Marks scoring, followed by Sylvia Cummings scoring in her return after after a couple of weeks off with an injury. Marks sends it into the box. Miller's there. Oh, wide. Headed out, and it hits the hand of Ward. It'll be a free kick for the Falcons. And it'll be Garver taking this one. First half saw a lot more positive besides just scoring the goals, but getting everyone on the field, getting Sylvia Cummings back into the game, getting Miley Shaw into the first game of her season, and obviously getting a lot of inexperienced freshmen in to gain more confidence as the season goes forward. They will become much, much, much more valuable, more than they already are to this Bruins team. When you get into the postseason, you got to keep everyone fresh, have the best players on the field in their position. And when you can sub more people on more regularly, it's exactly what you need. Worked out for the Bruins last postseason, I'd say. They came away with a regional and national championship. Looking to finish the same way again. Good to see Victoria Tita back in the game after she had to go out in the first half about 20 minutes to go with what looked like cramps, so glad it's nothing serious. I don't think that Christy Flores Perez is back in the game. I think her night is done. She took a hit to the head, and that'll do it usually due to concussion protocol. Tierney drops it back to Ellie Cummings. Oh, wait, no, that's Naomi Peters. Peters up to Marks. Marks is offsides. So I guess there is a difference from the starting lineup. Naomi Peters is in place of Ellie Cummings. Coach Carmichael giving them, both sisters, a chance to play in front of their parents. Ballady out to Peters. Peters takes a touch around. Shielded off by Flores Perez. Dropped all the way back to Garver. Marks is going to put heavy pressure on this. She does tip away. That pass goes out for a throw-in for the Falcons. I'll take time to tell you guys at home, on Monday we had a very special opportunity to hear from NBA player Micah Potter and his wife Elle. They came to campus to share how they show their faith and their Christian testimony in athletics. Potter plays for the Utah Jazz in the NBA. Elle Potter played D1 volleyball at Loyola Chicago. And they've just lived a life of ministry in athletics. So it was very cool to hear. They were able to talk to all the athletes, both men's and women's, and give us some encouragement as we start this young season. As Farr cuts off Spencer and gets the ball away to Peters. Micah Potter's dad, Tim Potter, actually preached in chapel here last semester in the spring. So it was really cool to see Micah come and visit BJU. If you want to check out an interview that I did with them, go on our YouTube or our Facebook at BJU Bruins. You can see the full 8-minute interview that I had, or you can go on our Instagram and view the shortened version of it. Again, at BJU Bruins. Very good words from Micah Potter and his wife Elle. Very encouraging, very kind and genuine people that definitely love the Lord. And they were an encouragement to everyone on Monday. Another offsides call for the Bruins. I guess that's the only bad thing about this game so far is they've been caught offsides now, I think 9 times, which is far more than I think they've been called all year. That is not on the stat sheet, so I can't really tell you how many times they've been caught offsides in the season, but I guarantee you they've been caught offsides more tonight than they have all year. Which again I think is due to the weird line of defenders that the Falcons have. It's never straight. Out for another Bruins throw. Arrowwood's going to take this one again. Marks takes it away from Mazio. Cuts inside to her left. Tries to slip through to Sarah Ward, and that one's cut off by Riera, but Ward gains it back, and it goes out for a Bruins throw. It's nice to have a ball boy and ball girl tonight helping us out. Helps the pace of play go a little quicker. Out for Falcons, thrown out. And out for a Bruins throw. It's exchanging throw-ins. Both teams trying to find possession. Spencer sends it up in hopes of getting it to Tita, but way too far. And now Jane Farr's on it. Miller can't gather it. Townsend out the far. To Naomi Peters. Finds Miller. Sends it through to Francesca Peters. Francesca Peters, big touch into the box, looking for her hat trick on her right foot. Peters! Saved by Ward. Oh, great save by Garver. Despite allowing 4 goals in the first half, Kaylee Ollis, the starting goalkeeper for the Falcons, had a few miraculous saves. They were saves, honestly. I didn't see how she could have possibly put her hand on it, but she definitely saved it from the net, saved some goals away. It could easily be 7 or 8-0 without Kaylee Ollis having some great saves. So don't look at the score and take away from her effort or her skill. She's a very skilled goalkeeper. Just it's hard to save everything, especially when all 4 of the Bruins' goals are basically one-on-ones. Ball goes out for a goal kick, and Callie Jackson's going to get her first touch of the night. Callie Jackson's a talented goalkeeping freshman from Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Joins the Bruins roster full of science majors. She herself is a biology major. There's some smart cookies on this team, let me tell you. A lot of teams that we play, a lot of their majors are usually just like the business admin type of majors, sport management majors. Not to downplay those majors, but I will say if you're in a nursing major, kinesiology major, biology major, like a lot of these people are on this Bruins team, that takes a lot of time and a lot more effort, a lot more studying on the road. It is very impressive. Last season, they were an all-scholar team of the NCCAA, so it's not like they have hard majors and don't do well at them. They excel at them very well. That ball is slipped Up to Peters. Again, Peters with the speed. Peters with a big touch out in front, maybe too far out in front. And that's out for a Bruins throw in the offensive third. Last fall was a special time for our women's teams. As I said, the women's soccer team was a scholar team along with the women's cross-country team. Both scholar teams, which is an average GPA of 3.4, I think, and above. They both won the NCCAA scholar team, and they both won a national championship. That really speaks to Bob Jones University as a whole, bringing in people and the care of education and athletics here. Very encouraging to see. Peters, that cross is deflected and gathered by Garvert. Jane Farr. Jackson to Townsend to Tierney. Tierney looking for Bowdy, but ends up going to Peters because, again, Peters is just so fast. Another touch into the middle. Peters on her right foot. Peters! She's just getting a little too timid going into the box. She knows she can get a hat trick. She just needs to calm down a little bit and find that right touch. Great ball. Looking up to Carly Presley. Arrowwood tries to beat her in a foot race. Presley gathers it to Tita, but intercepted by Townsend. Townsend, another run up the field. Gets cut off by Watts. And cleared all the way down to the corner. Out for a deep Bruins throw. It'll be an easy throw by Farr to Naomi Peters. Jackson now. Tierney to Bowdy. There's a lot of space in front. Bowdy sends Sarah Ward. And Sarah Ward did leave early and is offsides. Offsides, number 10 on the night for the Bruins. A lot better start to this second half for the Falcons than they did in the first half. They seem to be a lot more controlled, less nervous almost. They are letting the Bruins break away a few times, but they have recovered most of them. They're fighting for the ball more. Tita now with a shot. Near post, but too far left, and that's out for a goal kick. Must have been tipped. I didn't see if it was tipped, but they say it was. Going to be out for a corner for the Falcons. Jadalyn Taylor, junior from Clover, South Carolina, transfer from Francis Marion, will take this one. Taylor and Kreider both transferred from Francis Marion. High one into the box. Watts is there. Spencer's there, but Townsend is going to clear this one away if she can get it past Spencer. Keeps it in. And Peters now to Tierney. Townsend on the run. Oh, wow. Sarah Ward was wide open. That's Tita now at the top of the box. Tita with her right foot. Great save by Callie Jackson. Miller. Tipped up by Watts. A lot of subs coming on for the Bruins now. Marks, Peters, and Ward coming out. Sylvia Cummings. And Ellie Cummings in. and Maddie Pfeiffer. So the top 3 came out, and a new 3 came in at the top. The 2 Cummings sisters and Pfaffenroth. Sylvia Cummings scored a goal in the first half within 5 minutes of being in the game. So Ellie Cummings, after starting the game as one of the center backs, is now the left wing. Very versatile player. Bowdy turns inside to Tierney, back out to Farr. Cummings now on the left wing waiting for it. Farr taking her space. Farr into Bowdy. Bowdy, great touch around defenders. Tries to find Cummings, but too far inside. Sylvia Cummings trying to cut this one off. Gets it away from the keeper. Great pressure by both Cummings sisters right now, and that will go out for a goal kick. The aggressive play from Sylvia Cummings is probably making Coach Carmichael a little nervous since she's coming back from an injury. But that's just the way that she plays, so it's kind of hard to tell her no. I guess it is an encouraging note to see her not, like, stumbling after all that. Tita against Townsend, cuts back. Townsend gets turned around, but gets the ball. That one's forced out for a Falcons throw. Tita trying to get her on Arrowwood. She does. Cuts back to her right. Tita now. Shot deflected. Arrowwood keeps it in. Saves another corner from the Falcons. Watts can't get a touch on that. Goes out for a Bruins throw. Bowdy sends it all the way up to Sylvia Cummings. Sylvia Cummings is going to use her speed. The flag stays down. Ellie Cummings coming into the box. Sylvia cuts back. Nutmeg. Cummings! Oh! Couldn't find the net. Had Miller at the top. Tried to put it in herself. Arrowwood comes out. Miley Shaw back on for the Bruins. There's a second ball on the field. I'm waiting for the game to stop to get that off the field. Can no one see that? Am I crazy? Like, there's a ball in the box, folks. Ballady to Cummings. Ballady again. Drops back to Tierney. The ball is still in the box, guys. No one trips over that. That's a little dangerous. Cummings. And they're going right towards where that soccer ball is. Cleared away. Out for a throw. Are they going to take their time to... There we go. Thank you, Olivia Garver. Preventing injuries as we know it. Far now at the ball. Miller. Far finds Tierney. Tierney to Shaw. Shaw's going to take some space. That pass cut off by Watts. Cummings recovers. And now Ballady in the middle field to Tierney. Ballady floats it to Pfaffenroth. Pfaffenroth on sides. Into the middle. Miller is there and can't get to it. That'll be out for a goal kick. Tita is coming off, Robinson on for the Falcons. "20 minutes down here in the second half. Score is still 4-0. I would have expected the Bruins to score another one. But I guess they are playing a little bit more preserved, trying to save some energy for another match tomorrow at 2 p.m. against Allen University. To read the preview for that game online at bjubruins.com. It is paired up with this one, so it's easy to write one preview for the weekend instead of two separate previews for two games that are within like 18 hours of each other. Great find from Cummings to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer into the box. Skies it. Bruins have had a hard time being delicate in the box today. I've had a few opportunities like that where they could just slip it through on the ground to a teammate in the middle of the box. They just want to score, which I understand. Sometimes easier goals can be scored instead of the, I guess, more flashy ones. I don't want to call that one a flashy attempt because, I mean, I would have shot that too, but tap-ins are the same amount of points per se as a bicycle kick. Pfeiffer again making some quality runs tonight. Sends this one into the box. Miller! Another one that's just quite, like just a little bit out of Miller's reach. Shannon Miller scored the game-winning goal in the last home game against Greensboro College. Ellie Cummings from far out. Oh, my! The placement was beautiful. Over the hands of Garver, right into that corner.
Bruins goal, by number 13, Ellie Cummings.
That's Ellie Cummings' first goal of the season. What a relief for her, too. She's been wanting one also. Carly Presley sends it into the box. Naomi Peters is all over that. Spencer shields her off. And then Miller wins it away. Cummings trying to make another backdoor run. That one is too far out in front for a Falcons throw. I slightly remember Ellie Cummings having another goal like that last year from the other side. I think it was at the goal that we're defending right now. I can't remember who it was against, but it was from far out. I think that was one of the first games I ever called. It was an incredible shot, a lot like the one she just scored. So I guess she just has a knack for those kind of things. Celeste Ballady and Reagan Tierney and Shannon Miller coming out. Lauren Green, Lily Davis, and Lydia Howell coming on. I'm sorry, that's not Lauren Green. That is Madison Avellino. That'll be called a foul against Haley Kreider. Jane Farr goes, really? Jadalyn Taylor got in the way of Jane Farr, kicking that one quickly, and Farr kind of just looked at her. Sends it deep near the box. Flicked on by Cummings. Davis can't get there, and it's out for a Bruins throw. A lot of times in a tense game, if a player does that and gets in the way of a quick free kick, that might be a yellow sometimes. It has been a professional. Shaw sends it into the box. And Kreider sends that one away. Jackson calmly gets that to Miley Shaw. Shaw to Townsend. Howell couldn't get a touch on that. Good touch around the defender by Shaw, and she's going to be fouled. And it'll be a Bruins free kick. Kind of flipped that one up in the air around her defender. I guess offender in that context. Garver has to clear that one with her feet. Spencer up to Robinson. Great defense by Shaw. Gets back to that one in time. No foul called. And Robinson's down. I expect the clock to stop soon. Ref hasn't signaled it yet, but Robinson is down. Trainer and coach out to meet her. Clock does stop at 19:38. Coach is asking why it wasn't a foul, and the ref probably just said something along the lines of it was a 50-50 and shoulder-to-shoulder contact, and Shaw got there first. But Robinson does look like she's in a lot of pain. This is Robinson's 4th game of the year. Has only played in half of the games so far. Senior from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, West Forsyth High School. Third lengthy injury timeout for the Falcons tonight. First, it was Christy Flores-Perez. Got hit in the head with Mia Mark's knee. And then it was Victoria Tita, I think, was cramping. And now Annalise Robinson. I still can't quite tell what is hurt. They're going to get her up. And she's just going to be carried off the field by Coach Roche. I wish I could tell you guys at home what is wrong. Part of me thinks it might be her back because she was having a hard time sitting up on her own. So I don't think that'll quite be something in the like a leg injury. Bruins take this opportunity to put in Lauren Green in for Jane Farr. I assume that might end up being the rest of the night for Jane to rest for tomorrow. And Victoria Tita will come back in to replace Robinson. And we are underway. Just under 20 minutes to go here in the second half. Spencer to Tita, back to Spencer. And Townsend's there. as she always is, to get that one away. Green to Peters with some pressure. Away to Cummings. Avellino to Green to Davis. Great defense by Flores Perez. Cummings just looking for some more space. All the way out to Pfaffenroth. Howell couldn't get a good pass on that. Goes out for a Bruins throw, though. Pfaffenroth battling. Gets a throw in. And another throw in. Subs will come on for the Bruins again. Sylvia Cummings will come out and Jessica Townsend will come out. Abby Nelson and Estrella Cruz in. That'll drop back Ellie Cummings to the center back position to take over for Townsend. Shaw now with the ball on a run. Touches around her defender. Shaw with her left tries to send it into Davis, but intercepted by Haley Kreider. So now Green has it with a lot of time. And another Falcon is down. This time it's the other twin, Yasmin Flores Perez. So in the first half, her twin sister goes down. Now Yasmin is down. Just looks like cramps. The ref does not stop play, keeps the time going. And it'll just be a drop. And we'll continue play again. Flores Perez is trying to get back with some speed. Pfaffenroth with some speed on that right side. Into the box. Gathered by Garver. A lot of Bruins were there. Nelson, Avellino, and Cruz. Carly Presley tries to find Tita. Ellie trying to get it away, and she does. Up to Pfaffenroth. Into Howell. And that's going to be out for a Falcons throw. Shaw gets that one away. Looking for her best option down the line. Cuts into the middle. Looks for Howell. Howell can't get a touch. That one hits the referee. Referee goes, my bad. And he'll drop to the Falcons. I was at the men's soccer game at Converse University on Tuesday night. There was a moment, a very, very big moment in that game where Converse was kind of on the attack, looking for a game-winning goal, and the ref got in the way. And let me tell you, Converse players were not happy. Ref could obviously only say sorry as much as that is unfortunate. He couldn't get out of the way, and it stopped Converse from a potential goal scoring opportunity. That game against Converse the men's soccer team had on Tuesday was very tense, very exciting. It always is against Converse. Men's soccer team came away with a 1-1 win. Asher Rednick scored the goal for the Bruins. Bruins defense held strong. It was a good draw for morale for that Bruins men's team because they've had a hard time finding their rhythm, gelling as a team in the beginning stages of the season, but they're finally coming together. And I will say, the start of their season, they had a tough schedule, very hard to win games. But now this upcoming schedule that they have a lot of positivity going in forward. Pfeiffer did leave early. She was by herself, so she'd be called offsides. Kicks that one away after the play call is dead, so that's going to be a yellow on Maddie Pfeiffer. Harmless yellow, but a yellow nonetheless. So another thing about that Converse game on Tuesday is there were 10 yellow cards given out. Again, most of them were harmless, just stopping offensive attacks. Honestly smart yellow cards from both sides. Just there were 10 of them. It was crazy. It was absolutely wild. And you guys can come back and watch the Bruins men's soccer team play tomorrow at 7 o'clock here at Alumni Stadium on this live stream. BJU Bruins on YouTube streams. They play Greensboro College. Shot was attempted. And Jackson lets that go out for a goal kick. And after waiting for a long time, it seemed to come back in. Jane Farr does come back in. I thought she would take it easy the rest of the night. But she comes in back to her left back position. Tita. That one's poked away by Naomi Peters. Naomi Peters has played a very quality second half here. Farr came back in for Shaw, which set Lauren Green to the right back position. So Farr can take her left back spot. Callie Jackson looking for Estrella Cruz. Avellino into the middle to Howell. Howell with some space in front of her. Nelson breaks away. Nelson is onside, but Lily Davis is not. And the flag goes up. It's one problem the Bruins are going to look to fix overnight before tomorrow's match is staying onside. So honestly, the only bad thing they've done so far tonight, played a nearly flawless game, but just can't stay onside. And against a team like this, it's not that bad, but against a tougher team come regionals and nationals time, if they do make it to nationals, that might hurt them a lot. Good effort from Pfaffenroth. Sub on for the Falcons. Looks to be I couldn't really tell who that was. Carly Presley came out. Looks to me that number 9 came in, but they don't have a number 9 on their roster. So I'm not entirely sure who just came in. I apologize if you were number 9's parents watching this game. I'm going to refer to your daughter as number 9 the rest of the night. That one's put into the box. Oh, Davis slips. Estrella Cruz looks to gather at the top and drop it back to Avellino. Avellino, good look into Howell. Howell with the left sends Davis in, but too far gathered by Garver. Just under 10 minutes to go here in tonight's match. Controlled by the Bruins the whole time. And a 5-0 score is what you want to see as a Bruins fan, as a Bruins athlete, and as a part of Bruins Nation. Hopefully the guys can echo a score like this tomorrow. They have the same problem of they have the pieces They have the talent. They have the offensive motion. They just can't put a ball in the net. They get all the shots. Just a lot of them are right at the keeper or a little too far wide, or they might be a little too intricate in the box, and they just can't get the ball in the net. So hopefully the men's team can have the same kind of result tomorrow night. Francesca Peters coming back in for Pfaffenroth. That's going to send Estrella Cruz to the right side, and Francesca Peters back to the left side. So now Cruz is at the top of your screen, Peters at the bottom of your screen. Peters tried to flick that on to Far. Good pressure by Peters. Looks for Nelson down the line. Nelson has it by herself with a lot of green in front of her. Nelson in the box. Stuck on her left foot. Good defense and gets that away. Riera was there. Out for a Bruins throw. 8 minutes to go. Peters with her left. Right at the hands of Olivia Garver. Howell cuts back. Avellino, great look to Peters. Quality pass over the line. Peters with her left sends it into the box. Away. Now Lily Davis on it. Poked away again. Peters regathers. Peters, that's a shot with her right foot. Peters! Wow! That's the shot that goes in for her hat trick. Have a night, Francesca Peters.
Bruins goal for number 30, Francesca Peters.
What a special night for Francesca Peters, getting a hat trick in front of her family. Enough to put a smile on your face. This is awesome. Spencer and Howell battling, and Howell wins that. Great defense by Howell. Avellino with some space. Looks at Peters cutting in. Peters looks at Nelson. And Nelson is called offsides. That's another offsides call. I'm not really understanding that one. I don't know. So just before that Peters goal, basically the whole entire bench for the Bruins went and warmed up, and now it looks like they're all coming in. They're about to sub in the rest of their start, probably just to get them a little more fresh for tomorrow with a touch, a little more comfortable. Nice little way to cool down, but also get some touches in. Yeah, they're about to send in a whole new roster. Howell flicks that up, and Cruz had to come back for it, and she's offsides.
One more time. Got it. 2017.
Unudo. Francesca battling for that. Flores Perez cannot get it through Jane Farr. And with that throw-in, the parade of subs will come on for the Bruins. It will just be the starters that are left, so it seems. With Naomi Peters staying on. Sent into the box, and Callie Jackson's going to gather this one. Drops it, quick pass. Ward to Townsend to Arrowwood now in the game. Ward turns, finds Shannon Miller in the middle. Miller to Tierney. Tierney with all kinds of space. Peters trying to start a run. Gets back on side. Peters now big touch out in front of her. Peters trying to get a fourth. Can Peters get a fourth? Peters in on net. And touch too far out in front. And Garver dives on it. Ballady to Miller. Arrowwood. Ward, Arrowwood. Peters looks for Marks, and they call Marks offsides. And it looks like Carmichael is going to ask the line judge, what in the world? Yeah, Carmichael's not too happy about those offsides calls, I think. It takes a lot for Carmichael to talk to a ref. And, like, he understands that they're up 6-0, but if they can't get good offensive possessions at this point, this is kind of just to get in better shape. Marks looking for Miller. Watts back to Flores Perez. But gathered by Tierney now in the middle of the field. Drops back to Naomi Peters. Naomi up to her sister Francesca. Jane Farr overlapping. Great run by Jane Farr. With her strong left. Into the box on the ground. Out for a corner kick. With just over a minute and a half to go. Farr's going to take an opportunity to take this one since she's up there already. Marks usually takes them for the Bruins. Farr into the box. Marks gets it. Big touch out. Back out to Farr again. Farr into the box again. Out for another corner. 1 minute to go here tonight. Bruins looking to wrap up this win and get as much rest as they possibly can for tomorrow as they face Allen University. In the box, Ward gets that into the net. Sarah Ward scores. Makes it 7-0.
Bruins goal by number 11, Sarah Ward.
That's her second consecutive home game with a goal. She opened the scoring the last time they were here against Greensboro. So now in the season, Marks has 3 goals. Cummings has 3 goals. Ward now has her second. And Ellie Cummings scored her first goal tonight. This is exactly what Coach Carmichael and his coaching staff wanted to see out of their team tonight. Offense, 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 goal, goal, goal. It's exactly what they wanted. Like I said earlier, it's going to light a fire in this Bruins team going forward the rest of the season. Garver's going to gather this one, dive on it, and take her time to avoid another goal getting scored against her. Bruins are wrapping up. Final 10 seconds here now I'd like to remind you that tomorrow, starting at 12 p.m., is the busy day here at BJU. Volleyball plays Welch College at 12 p.m. in the Davis Fieldhouse, followed by women's soccer at 2 p.m. here at Alumni Stadium facing Allen University. 4 p.m. volleyball in Davis Fieldhouse against Warren Wilson, and then ended by the men's soccer team at 7 p.m. at against Greensboro College.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending tonight's game. As you leave, make sure to properly dispose of any trash you have or take it with you as you exit Alumni Stadium. You can follow the women's soccer team online, as well as all our other Bruins teams, all season long at BJUBruins.com. Thank you again, and good night.
Well, what a match. The Bruins win with a score of 7-0. It's exactly what they wanted to see. You know what's great? We get to do this all again tomorrow. All here at Alumni Stadium. My name is Trent Goldsmith signing off. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.